As much fun as I've been having with Modern Warfare, it's not without its flaws, and those flaws need to be talked about in order to get the ball rolling just in terms of conversation amongst members of the community. I would hope that the community would be more mature than usual, and even more mature than myself, but that is asking way too much. So all that I ask is that you guys remain civil and don't take things too personally. So what is my biggest problem in Modern Warfare right now? Is it the fact that no matter what they do to shotguns, shotguns will own all of the small corridored, close quarters buildings in the game, such as Hazmat Building or Restaurant on Petrograd, Clothing Store on Piccadilly, or Rug Shop on Azure Cave? Is it the fact that the spawns still seem either too sticky or too flippy at any given time? Is it technical back-end issues like challenges not tracking or performance issues? Really? No. Those things bug me, and I might make videos on all of those things, but really what bothers me right now in Modern Warfare, and what has hindered my enjoyment of the game recently, consistently, is the matchmaking. I don't have any hard evidence for this video. I don't even have any subjective evidence in this video. I just have my opinion based on my experience, and my experience with the matchmaking has not been good as of late. Let's first start off with the biggest problem. You don't stay in a lobby, and this really sucks. They need to bring back the original system where you pick a game mode, and then you get into a lobby, and after the match, that lobby stays together. People can leave, or people can come in, but the lobby can stay together if everyone chooses. So if you like the teammates you have, or you have a little rivalry going on against somebody, you can stay in. I don't play free-for-all in Modern Warfare because of this very problem. It kicks me out into a different lobby every time, when I like to battle them more than once. This creates a problem where I'm constantly getting thrown into matches in progress, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Call of Duty in the 10v10 or 6v6 modes are more personal affairs than something like Battlefield or something like Ground War. They're tight-knit, mostly close quarters, same couple of people killing the same couple of people. Sticking with teammates you like and rematching enemy teams that are either weak or tough depending on your mood is a big part of Call of Duty, or at least it was, and that's completely gone now. I don't get any rivalries, I don't get any fun teammates that I stick with and talk to in game chat because everyone's in a different lobby. I finished a game out the other day, and I won, and the person in game chat was throwing around all sorts of profanity, calling me every name in the book. I wanted to fight him again, and then I was reminded that the game doesn't work that way, and I was put into a different lobby. I can't rematch that guy. Yeah, I could go into my recent players and 1v1 him, but obviously you don't want to have to do that every time, and yeah, it's fun to have those naturally forming and deforming rivalries against certain teams. I like the feeling of getting beaten by a coordinated group of people and then going up against them again and winning, and it's so satisfying. It's even for casual public match play, it's so satisfying, and to have that not be there really sucks. But like I said, this puts me in a situation where I am constantly being put into in-progress matches, and although those don't count my losses, I don't care. It's not fun to hit quick play, get put into a game that's almost over or halfway done, my team's losing, there's a chopper gunner in the air. I don't really want to fight that out. I don't want to try to gain the map control that my teammates haven't been able to control for 6 minutes, so I bounce, I get into a different lobby, it's in progress, my team's winning by like 4 points, but I don't really have a grasp as to what's going on, and the match kind of goes weird because I wasn't able to get in the opening and, kind of figure out how everyone's playing, and it makes the game feel loose and unfinished in my opinion. I'm okay with joining an in-progress match, just as long as after that, the lobby doesn't disband and I'm guaranteed to get in at the very beginning of the next one. Hell, even joining in 30 seconds late on a Piccadilly domination match sucks because if I wasn't there to get my spawn grenades off, the enemies might already be grabbing the B flag and making progress to that first initial cap and push for map control. This brings me to my third point, and that is that these in-progress matches, based in lobbies that do not stay together once the match is done, also gives me this terrible team balancing that I've been dealing with for a long time now. Now, I will fully say it's not all bad, and when I'm doing really bad, of course, teammates can pass me up on the leaderboard, and that's fine, I'm okay with that. But when you're not doing very well, or you've joined a match in progress that's not going very well, having bad teammates, in case you guys don't know, in Call of Duty, having bad teammates will mean that you do worse. That's just how it goes. Because they're giving up map control, they're feeding the enemy team streaks, they're multiplying the enemy's killing potential, they're giving the enemies momentum, yada yada, so on and such forth. I have joined lobbies where I see 3 blueberries watching a corner and an enemy just walks through and shoots all 3 of them with an automatic weapon and then is able to get to me. I think, well, I have 3 teammates over there, it's fine. Nope, they're all dead. That means that teammate is now 1 away from a UAV, and after they kill me, they get a UAV. If they kill 1 more of my teammates, they have a precision airstrike, and suddenly the ball starts rolling. That's how it always works, but it feels like it either puts me into a team that has no chance of winning, and everyone on the team's doing poorly, and I can't gain any map control, I can't grasp anything, I just feel like I need to go sit on a ledge or in a corner and wait for an enemy, because I have no understanding of the match. Because it's just not going well when I joined it. And so we all do bad. Or I join a lobby where I'm the only person on my team doing well. And that sucks because if I'm the only one doing well, I'm having to fight tooth and nail, which means I'm not doing my best. And if me not doing my best is better than what my teammates are doing, that really demotivates me. When you feel like your worst is your teammate's best in any particular match, it's overwhelming, and I'm not going to pretend that I'm the most exceptional gamer in the world, but I don't think that I need to be the best person in a team of 10 or a team of 6, and especially not in a team of 32 fucking people. So what it feels like is the game goes, okay, so Boom is pretty good. He has a positive KD, an above average score per minute. He does well, he wins his gunfights, he has a high win-loss. Let's put him on the team with the blueberries that can't aim, and that will balance that team out. Because they have a good player, and then let's just say 5 bad players or 4 bad players, then, Boom and this other guy might do pretty well. That's generally how that feels. And when I go play with my friends, we get a very inconsistent matchmaking where sometimes our enemies do not have thumbs, and sometimes our enemies act like they're trying out for Pro League. And I love the variety, trust me. I would prefer if my entire Call of Duty experience was like that. But every time I play solo, it's usually one of 3 problems. I've been put into a game in progress that I have no chance of winning or gaining any momentum in. I've been put onto a team that definitely needs me to carry it, and so if I let my guard down for even a second, the enemy team gains momentum, they start multiplying their killing potential, and I start doing worse and worse because I'm getting overwhelmed. And if I don't get that forward momentum against the enemy team, then they're gonna steamroll me and my group of retards. Bad teammates in Call of Duty are worth blaming because a bad teammate means the enemies get VTOLs, they get UAVs, they get airstrikes and cluster strikes, they get Wilsons. And on top of all of that, they get map control, which takes the form of camping, rushing, and claymores and landmines everywhere, and it's just, again, overwhelming. Now, there is a third type of match I get into, and those are the matches that feel relatively balanced. My teammates are all half decent at the very least. The enemies are about half decent, and they maybe have 1 or 2 good players on their team, and me and my 1 good player on my team are able to fight them, and those matches play okay. I hold my own. I maybe don't go crazy positive because I don't have my teammates working with callouts. I don't have anybody helping me out really. I'm just kind of playing around. But those matches feel like they are balanced, and those happen, and I have to respect that they do. But all of this is to say that the matchmaking doesn't feel good, and on top of everything that I just vented about, the matchmaking quality is very inconsistent. Some lobbies that I get into, whether playing solo or with friends, I can't even get a hit marker on somebody. I come out of sprint, I ADS, I start shooting, my gun goes off several times, I don't get a hit marker, and I'm dead in 1 frame. And the connection just feels off. Now, I'm not going to sit here and do the spiel about how it's definitely skill-based matchmaking and it's ruining the game. I don't think that is accurate, I don't think that's intellectually honest, but I don't think it's out of line for me to say that I've had an uncomfortably inconsistent experience, especially when playing solo. I think what happens is that when I'm playing with my friends, the game either gives us a bunch of randoms that aren't coordinated at all, they're not throwing around callouts, and so all of them are kind of headless chickens, and my friends and I are able to take them out easily. Or the game pits us against an equally skilled team, and those matches are very intense and sweaty, and I love those. Those are great. There might be frustrations inside those okay matches, but for the most part, I'm okay with that. Where Modern Warfare gets annoying is when I hop into a game solo, and it puts me in an unwinnable situation with the world on my shoulders, and I just feel like leaving so many lobbies. And I hate the amount of times in the last 3 days I just rage quitted while playing solo. Because I join a game, I'm down by 20 points, I've died 3 times off my spawn, my blueberries are sitting in corners and not knowing what to do, and I'm like, this isn't my fucking ball game. I didn't start this mess, bye. Now stack on top of that going for challenges. If I need to hack pieces of equipment, if I need to get a certain amount of mounted kills for gold camo or something, that is a whole different slice of apples, because everything I've talked about so far might put you under the impression that I'm trying normally, where sometimes I'm trying, but I'm playing with the handicap. I'm using a gun with no attachments, I'm doing something for a challenge, I'm using a weapon I'm not comfortable with. But to be fair, for challenges, there are game modes that allow for more leeway, like 10v10 TDM is very slow, it doesn't really force you into certain engagements, so if you need to get mounted kills, you might not get that many, but you can kind of play it at your own pace, you have a lot of breathing room. There's Ground War, there's 24/7 Shoot House, there's Kill Confirmed, there's Hardpoint, and honestly, my favorite game mode to play solo is Hardpoint. I don't expect to win a lot of the matches, but when playing solo, I can actually predict where enemies are going to be heading, or at least the lanes that they're going to be watching, because I know where the lanes are around the various hardpoints, and I can manage myself better. It's still annoying though, to load into a hardpoint match where the enemies have 200 points and my team has 60. Am I supposed to stay in that match? I mean, yeah, I might get some kills and the loss doesn't count, but it's not going to be fun. And I think the game would be a lot more fun if it prioritized me getting into matches that hadn't already started, and once I get into a lobby, I get to stay in there as long as I want. That's how you make friends and rivals, and that's exciting. More than exciting, that's Call of Duty. So that's my biggest problem with Modern Warfare right now. All of those little matchmaking complaints have now been vented, and I can now sleep peacefully knowing that all of you guys have yet again sat through like 11 minutes of me complaining about Call of Duty. But really, I do love Modern Warfare. But the wrinkles that need to be ironed out, though small, they are many. At this time during Black Ops 4's life cycle, I had an objection to the core designs of the game. Whereas here, I'm waiting for weapon balancing patches and spawn tweaks and changes to the matchmaking system. Little things here and there, sprinkled around to make my life easier. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye. If you got to the end of the video, comment turtle. Put the word turtle in your comment. See ya.
Olympia, dude. Why is it BSG? It means anything that's marriage. That's the word. I'm gonna have that.